Well, folks, we're back. It's a Wednesday, and I know the last two episodes I said 75 and 76. I don't know what I was talking about. I've been absolutely sick, I'm guessing. I don't know. I just haven't been paying attention. It's episode 73. I missed 5 episodes somewhere in my brain, but it's episode 73. We've got 2 Champions League games, 2 English teams, Manchester City first, and Arsenal coming up as well. Some big news coming in the league as well. We'll get to all of that in the video. First of all, if you haven't done so, hit already subscribe button. It really helps. Bell helps as well. Thumbs up, why not in the beginning? Let's run that intro. Well, folks, we're back. We've got Manchester City in the Champions League. We also have Arsenal coming up in a little bit as well. Those are the 2 games we have for you guys in today's episode. Before we crunch into them, let's have a look at what happened from last time after that humiliating defeat to Monaco, losing 3-2 to them in the Champions League. We landed up having a draw with Maritimo. And you will notice here that there's some different tactics going on. It is a tactic that I'm trying out. I want to see how it works. But yeah, we drew with that tactic, and then I changed it to a 5-2-3. You will see it in a bit. We beat Alvikara 2-0 on that one. Lucas Mash and Van der Meer picking up the goals in that one. We then went on back into the league, Portugal, which we're still undefeated. We're 51 games undefeated in the Portuguese league, which is a new club record, a new Portuguese league record as well. In this match, Mash picked up an injury. He's out for the foreseeable future. I think he's still out for another month, maybe 2. Orestes and Figueira picking up the goals. We scored the winner in the 95th minute. That was the new 5. We switched to the new 5-2-3 at the end, and he picked up that victory. Against Royal Antwerp in the Champions League, we finally managed to bounce back. Tried the new defensive tactic where Luis Almeida and Van der Meer all picked up goals in that one. And then for National de Murcia Madeira, we went back to the original, beat them 4-0. Julio Cesar scoring a hat-trick of headers from a corner. Figueira picking up a goal as well. And our most recently victory in the Taça de Portugal, fully rotated squad, beating Academia 5-0. Pierre-Louis scoring 2, Emiga, Neves, and Moya. You'll notice that Emiga has been playing a lot more football, and the reason behind that is he is all our left wingers rather are currently injured, with Romelu Silva out for the next 2 months. Lucas Mash also out for the next 2 months. Domini's also out for the next 9 days. A lot of injuries. Biggest problem I have right now for the Man City game is Emiga, our only natural left winger, is not available at the moment. We don't have a left wing position. The tactic that we've been playing is this one with a left winger, obviously. I am going to tweak it a little bit and do something like that and play an attacking midfielder in this one. We're going to keep Dust Neves out on that far side, keep him as an attacking midfielder, and progress thoroughly through that. I need to change the squad up. It's still the rotated squad, of course, from what we had. Other news, before we continue forward, I need to just go over the fact that we are hemorrhaging a lot of money over the last 3 years. You can see in 2030, we were sitting at 98 balance. By the end of 2030, in December, we had dropped down to 59 million. By August of the next year, we were only up to 35, and we've just been hemorrhaging money constantly for the last 3 years. And that's due to the fact that we're just not making enough money. We're not getting that Champions League money from the latter stages that we should be getting. And unfortunately, the Portuguese league doesn't really pay that much. And our staff wages and player wages are extremely high at 121 million for the season. You could see it's just really huge expenditure on our side. And then, of course, the transfers we're bringing in costing 160 million isn't making things any better In terms of our income, you can see our gate receipts are not that great. Our prize money of 58 million is something that we really, really need to improve this season from the UEFA Champions League. We kind of need to get up to the semi-finals to get that proper TV revenue, as well as, just general money from that. And in the process, if we can help get, the Portuguese league into the top 5 leagues in, where we should be, it could help a lot more in the competition-wise, rather. So you can see the Portuguese currently underneath the Eredivisie and the League One. The only way we can get them up is if us and Benfica, and then as well as the other 4 teams, Braga, Sporting, and Madeira, if we will make it to European football, we can get to the latter stages. We can increase the coefficients and try and get that up. We had dropped this season to 7th, which means less money. Obviously, if we can get above League 1, it would be absolutely fantastic. But of course, they've been pretty much solid in the top 3. The top 5 leagues have pretty much been solid, absolutely. Right, guys, let me fix up the Man City team. We'll run down through the team, and then we'll get into the game. Right, guys, this is the team that's taking on Manchester City. We're going for the 5-2-2-1 formation sort of thing. It's a 7 at the back, 2 up front. It works well. I'm going to try it against Man City, a more attacking team. Hopefully, this means we can soak up the attack a little bit and hit them on counterattacks. We do have very pacey forwards going forward. Starting off the back, Julio Cesar, Bruder, and Orestes are going to be starting as the back 3. I was thinking of putting on Kamara instead of Danny Boy, Bruder. He has actually played very well in the 10 games and has played 6.95. I think Bruder is just a little bit better, even though he's 0.1 less than 0.1 less than Kamara. I think he is the better option in that middle of the defenders, the centre back. Of course, the 2 wider ones play as ball-winning defenders. And then we have 2 wing-backs in Marcio and Van der Meer. Marcio has been absolutely fantastic as a right-back rather than a wing-back. 4 assists for him, 5 in total if you count the 2 from wing-back position. And then Van der Meer has been probably our best signing of the season, in my opinion. 6 assists and 1 goal from left-back, 2 goals from wing-back. In the 2 games that he's played there, he's been absolutely fantastic. Midfield, we're going to go with tried and tested Eletu and Guna Diath. Guna Diath not having the best of season compared to last year, with his 6 goals, 5 assists, and 1 man of the match. In fairness, he's been playing a little bit more of a defensive role this year with 1 goal and 1 assist, but his average rating is a lot higher than what it was before. The same can be said for Eletu in terms of his performances. 3 goals, 6 assists, and 3 matches last season. This season, 1 goal, 1 assist, 734. Much higher rating, but not as much more goal contributions, which is something very interesting. I do also want to point out the likes of Moya, who has tremendously improved on his attributes, and definitely, probably next season, could be competing with Eletu in that position for the Regista role. Another shout out to Emir as well. He has developed absolutely fantastically as that back. It does say it's 16 assists, but he's only got 3 assists. For some reason, it's just added everything in the Egyptian leagues for, I don't know why, but it has for the season. He's the only one that's doing it. Then up front, we're going to go with Das Neves on the right because Almeida is still recovering from his injury. He's still 1 day out from being recovered. Bueno Vaz coming in because Domini is out for the next 9 days. We do have Raza on the bench as well. He's developing quite nicely as well. The 14 games he's played, 6 goals, 3 assists. He's been absolutely fantastic in return. Bueno Vaz hasn't played that much, unfortunately, because of all his injuries. This man, not injury prone, but you can see in 2033, he's picked up 6 injuries. 2 of them, I'd say, is moderate injuries, with both being out for 3 weeks. Pulled knee ligaments, which he's done before as well. So, yeah, it didn't give me the option to send the specialist. So we only had physio treatment, but I think if it happens one more time, we might have to do the specialist treatment if it gives me the option. That's the team starting, obviously, Figueira up front. 10 goals, 1 assist. Pierre-Louis had done the same as well. 10 goals, 1 assist. Both my strikers have been absolutely fantastic. 22 goal contributions between the two of them. We haven't scored as many goals this season as we did last season, but we have contributed quite a bit. The likes of Figueira scoring 10, Julius Cesar 5, and Arestas 7. Don't forget Raza with 5 and Pierre-Louis with 10. There's some good goal contributions all around. In fairness, though, we haven't had our proper first team in quite some time, with Mash being injured for most of the season already, as well as now Romelu Silva picking up injuries. Almeida's been in and out of the team. Domini's been in and out of the team. We've really had a big injury season this season, of course. Man City still with Erling Haaland, of course, still dominating the scene. Let's go to the game. Of course, we got our first highlight coming in the 3rd minute at the Estadio de Dragão. We are at home. What was Diaz doing there? He just died for no reason. What a start. What a start. Diaz, some questionable goalkeeping already. We did manage to get it. OK has the ball for Man City. I like that name. OK. Yeah, look at him. He's actually a good player. OK. OK Bayar. I like this guy. He's Turkish. Looks very Turkish there in his picture. Good player. Very, very good player, actually. OK Bayar. I love the fact that his name is OK. I love that. But we've got a corner now here. Das Neves looking for Julio Cesar. Hits the bar. The rebound is put quite wide. I think it went out for a throw-in at the end there. But you can see this new tactic already. Man City have been resulted to just 2 shots in the entire game. We've had 5 and 2 already. It is basically a shutout type of tactic. It just breaks down any sort of attack with the 7 at the back and then allows for counterattacks. The only problem is we don't get many shots on target, which doesn't result in highlights. So in terms of a YouTuber putting out content for you guys, it's probably not the best tactic to use, but it is a tactic that I need to use to try and progress through in the Champions League. You can see we've pretty much shut out Man City, although they've had the most possession, which is understandable considering we have just managed to keep them out. I have just noticed Marcio has picked up an injury. I don't want to risk it. Carlo Nunez, come on. We are so many injuries at the moment. I just can't afford another long-term injury, especially from our starting right back. We've made that swap. Carlo Nunez coming on for this game. Of course, a victory here is quite desperately needed. You can see we're sitting in 13th. We do win this game. We go up to 9th place. We don't have a better goal difference than PSG or Chelsea or Barcelona, but we will probably go ahead of Arsenal for the time being, who we take on next, by the way. Nothing has happened in this game. I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I think it is needed. We're not creating anything. They're not creating anything. It's just been pretty poor up front from all of us. Border's going to be the man coming off. I'm going to bring on Escobar as the left winger for that one. He's not 100% fit at the moment, but I feel like he will be a much better addition on that left-hand side than anyone else. Elsewhere, Das Neves not playing well, looking very tired. I'm going to bring on Raza for that right-hand side and then swap him and Bueno Vaz, who can play on that right-hand side as an inside forward actually quite well. We'll do those 2 swaps for now. Elsewhere, Bruno Vaz and Figueira both looking super tired out there. I do have the likes of Pierre-Louis who can come in for both of those players. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's see what happens here. Let's just give these guys a bit of a chance in that new formation. Just trying to make something happen in this game. A draw won't be the end of the world, although, you know, we do have Lille coming up in the end, who are sitting in 3rd at the moment in the league. Evans now for Man City pushing forward. This is the first time we've actually had a highlight in this half. Das Neves picks up Escobar. Figueira through on goal. Figueira takes the shot. And that will be the end of Figueira. All right, this is what we're going to do. Buenos Vaz come off for Pierre-Louis. Figueira come off for Amir. Amir swap with Raza. Raza's going to go up front. Amir will play in the attacking midfielder role. This is our last little dice we can throw at them. It's the only real sort of tactic we can do. Of course, our players are looking super tired out there. we've been the better team in terms of stats over Man City, to be honest. We deserve a goal at least. Diaz now to arrest us, looking for options. Picks up Gunnar Diath. Good space he has. Nunes picks up Pierre-Louis. Cuts inside. It's Amir. That's a goal, right? That has to be a goal. Come on. Yes, it is. It is a goal. I thought Vieira might get involved there. They have not gotten involved. Nunes with the pass to Pierre-Louis. Our 3 substitutes all connecting absolutely beautifully. Amir in that attacking midfield role has proven to be the deadlock, an inspired sub for myself. I'm a tactical genius, guys. Pierre-Louis and Amir coming in as the substitutes and scoring a last gasp winner against Man City is exactly the type of resilience that we need in the Champions League. The new tactic actually paid off. We've managed to keep them quiet for 89 minutes before we switched things up and took that opportunity and took a shot at beating Man City, which we've done. We've done that. We've beaten Man City, guys, in the Champions League. What that does mean is now we move into same points as Man City, sitting in 10th place. Obviously, Arsenal play tomorrow with Bayern. They can both surpass me. Benfica technically can also pass me in 20th. Fenerbahce could technically as well. So they're the only 2 teams. So we could drop 2 places, 3 places at most. So we could go back to 13th. We've got Arsenal coming up next, which is a cruncher of a game. A must win for us in terms of the Champions League. Our last 2 games, of course, Lille and Olympiacos, rather. Olympiacos sitting near the top as well in that. Are they? Oh, I looked at Bayern. Where's Olympiacos? Olympiacos are second from the bottom. Okay. They haven't won a game in Europe yet. That's shocking. But we are taking on Lille, who are currently sitting in 3rd as well. 7 days. A region of 35.5. Triple that, son. Triple that. Yeah, 65 to 71. That's what I'm looking at. That sounds more reasonable to me. Anyway, guys, we're coming back for the Arsenal game. Just got a league week game to take on in the likes of Pacos de Ferreira in the Portuguese league, sitting 17th at the bottom of the Portuguese league, struggling along with Firenze. Although, to be fair, the bottom 5 teams are separated by 6 points. So there you go. Guys, I'm back just before the Arsenal game, and it's finally happened. We've lost the game. And we lost the game to one that hurt a little bit. It did. It did. Pacos Ferreira are the team that beat us, sitting in 16th, well, 12th place now. They were sitting in 16th when they beat us. That is just remarkable. We're going to have a look at the game. I'm just going to show you the highlights quickly because it really, really hurt me a lot, this game. So we started off a little bit brightly. Dustin Navas picked up the ball to Figueira. He came through, took a strike, and scored a fantastic little goal for us. Beautifully done. And then Ndiaye in the 79th minute pulled one back, or pulled it to Lopez, who pulled one back. And then in the 84th minute, they came and finished off the unbeaten run of Porto. Martinez Dupuy scoring that goal. We were just, I mean, you can have a look at the stats, guys. We did not deserve to lose this game, but we did. We did lose it. It hurt. It hurt. We'll come back for that Arsenal game. It's next. Guys, we're back for the Arsenal game. We're going back to this tactic, the 5-2-2-1 formation. This is how we are going to line up. Diaz in goals, obviously. Orestes, Buder, and Julio Cesar in the back 3. Marcio out on the right. Gunnar Letu in the middle with Van der Meer on the left. Almeida, Domini, and Figueira all starting. Domini can play on the left-hand side. Not well, but can play as a competent player on the left-hand side. He is going to be inside forward, so he tends to go into the middle anyway. Just in terms of injuries, he's back, which is great. Almeida as well. Dominic can only play 45 minutes of action, So there are probably the likes of Bueno, Vaz, or maybe Raza coming on at half-time. And then Silva, Mash, and Terekos, all with injuries. Of course, Terekos couldn't play this game either way. Mash still has another 5 weeks to go. Silva, another 7 weeks to go till he's at full strength. In terms of this match, it is a huge, huge match for us. We need to win it. We're taking on Arsenal. We are at home for this one. Let's go to the game. Well, guys, we are 13 minutes in, and we've taken the first shot after 13 minutes, by the way. Arsenal have the first highlight. Figueira picks up from the loose throw-in pass there, whatever that was. We've given the ball back to Hato, though, at the back. Of course, Hato, Ostgaard, Castello, back to Kamara, Saka, Konate. Karim Konate just scored as easy as that against us. Ah, Champions League. The curse is continuing. We can't have 2 losses in a row. Also, by the way, the board are unhappy that we've lost a game in the league after 51 matches without losing a game, which is ridiculous. They've given me a C rating for this month, by the way. Don't understand that, but of course, we're continuing with our fight here. Gunnar Duath looking to try and break through the Arsenal defense. He has done so. Figueira gets uprooted. Castello, the man, running away from the referee. He knows he was in the wrong. Referee calling him over. That is a pen. It has to be a penalty. Come on. There we go. We've got the penalty. Figueira will step up to take the penalty. He is our regular penalty kick taker. We actually haven't had many penalties this season. We finally managed to get one on camera and score. I think we've had 3. And all 3, Figueira was either injured or not playing, and Dus Neves had to step up. And I think he's only scored 1 of the 2. He is our second best penalty kick take, or third best behind Domini. But Domini wasn't playing those games either. We've managed to pull one back over Arsenal, albeit a penalty. It is now 1-1. Of course, a win here could take us into the top 8, ideally where we want to be. So we need to try and find a way. Arsenal just literally headed it straight into the bar. He had the whole net to choose from, and they headed it straight into the bar. That was a bit much, I'm not going to lie. Figueira looking for the back post for Guduath. He can't get the header in. Almeida picks up the pieces, goes to the back post. Figueira was there. He missed the header. Tarek Damani on that left-hand side doesn't miss. And he scores that in the back of the net. Beautifully done from Damani. Look at this ball from Almeida. Back post. Figueira should have maybe done better. But Damani was there to scrap it all up past Diego Costa's goal. It is 2-1. Somehow we're in the lead over Arsenal. And I'm not sure how, but I'm going to just say we're disappointed. I want to see a little bit better from the team in the second half. I know Dominic can only play 45 minutes. I'm going to try and risk it at least for another 15 minutes or so. Martinelli looking for the back post, can't find Ostgaard, but he does pick up after the rebound header from Orestes. Martinelli back to Konate. He was offside for that shot. It wouldn't have counted either way. Of course, with this, as it stands now, we go ahead of Arsenal on goal difference and sit in 6th place, which is ideal. I'm going to make that swap now for Domini. I don't want him to pick up any further injuries. Bueno Vaz. You know what, I'm going to go with Raza in that position, sort of as an attacking midfielder position. Elsewhere on the field, Figueira looking a little bit more tired than usual. Going to leave him on for a few more minutes. Duath not looking good. Mateus Moya can come on for him. Just those 2 swaps for now. Of course, I'm going to keep my eyes on Figueira and Almeida. They've both come back from recent injury, although Figueira's was I think it was a strained groin or something. He wasn't out for very long. We're going to do that swap now, though. He's taken a big beating out there. Luis can come on there. Almeida can come off as well. He's having a very, very good game, but he is looking a little bit tired. I'm giving Bueno Vaz a run on that right-hand side. I'm trying to give him as much game time as possible to try and boost his progression and his development. The same that I've done with Raza, basically, giving them as much development as possible. And so far, I'm kind of happy if it stays like this. I'm not going to be completely upset. Second goal would be third goal rather would be great. Costa's come through for that corner. He's given away a free kick. He's come out quite a bit early, I think. He's got sent off. Diego Costa got sent off for Arsenal for that foul. Wow. We've got an opportunity now. 10-man Arsenal. If we can score another one, that'll help our goal difference a lot. Yeah. Julio Cesar running down the wing. Raza as the attacking midfielder looking for Bueno Vaz, trying to loop it over Oko. And just couldn't get the header on target. Oko going short to Hato. Saka going to a more defensive role for him. Rossano looking to bring it out for Arsenal. Saliba still at Arsenal as well, as long as Saka, which is remarkable. Rossano, Konate should be offside. He is way offside. Way offside. Not even. Why are we even doing VAR, guys? Like, I'm pretty sure the ref has got this one right. I mean, you could have parked a jumbo jet between the two of them. That's how offside he was. Look at this. He was miles offside. There was no debate about that. I don't even know why you needed VAR for that. That's just ridiculous from the referee, just wasting everybody's time. We are going to pick up the victory. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that third goal for sixth goal difference. But we do pick up a victory over Arsenal. That's 2 huge results in the Champions League. A good fight back for us. It does mean we go into the top 8 now. And we've got Lille and Olympiacos to play. Olympiacos picked up their first 2 points now over the course. But big games in the Champions League. We secured a playoff. Dortmund was the last team to secure a playoff there. They're just above us, aren't they? How far? They're literally a point above us. So it looks like we should be getting playoff. I mean, we need a draw and we get our playoff spot against Lille. So, you know what? With that being said, Tariq has picked up an injury. 3 days. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We get our 2.4 million from beating Arsenal, which is great. We've got Lille and Olympiacos coming up in January. I think I'm not going to show those games. In fact, I'm going to come back for either the playoff knockout rounds or the round of 16, depending on where we finish. Going to leave you guys in suspense. I've got a lot of football to play. We'll come back for Champions League knockout football next. Well, we've bounced back in the Champions League. 2 big victories over Man City and Arsenal. Unfortunately, about our undefeated streak, ending at 51 games. A massive, massive feat. It was bound to happen at some point. A little bit disappointed over the team that beat us. But you know what? It makes for good entertainment football. So I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give us the thumbs up if you have. Leave a comment or 2 down below. Your boy, the Vuzela, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.